My bad. Hold on,
Check it
Chad.
out. Sony has a storied, if a bit neglected, history with handheld gaming. The PlayStation Portable launched in 2005 back in
Oh, this is called the PlayStation Portal. These guys are so uncreative. Oh my
the
god.
PS3 era, bringing with it funky UMD cartridges and what were, at the time, some of the best graphics seen in a handheld gaming device.
Bro, all real niggas had a PSP when they was growing up. PSP 1000 was like the intro, then they had the 2000, then they had the 3000, and the 3000 was when shit really got crazy.
Revolutionary.
I was in a library playing fucking NBA 2006 on a PSP, connected to the fucking computer, trying to get fucking MP3s off the library computer onto my PSP. Did it work? No, but I tried.
As PlayStation, but in different ways.
Its follow-up, the PS Vita, launched in 2011.
Thank you.
It was beloved by its hardcore fans.
Never played
but
this.
Never really got the developer support that it needed
Yeah.
in order to carve out a meaningful.
Chat, I'm gonna buy a PSP. I'm gonna buy a PSP. I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one again. It's been too long.
Market.
It's Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer.
And I got Wi-Fi now. I can really connect it to some.
But now we're getting a new PSP. Sort of. The PlayStation Portal handheld.
I'm not gonna lie, that looks kind of stupid. It's way too fucking big, bro. Let me see something. Show me something.
The Portal is a $200 handheld device that puts PS5 games in
Who the fuck wants to watch? You can't even put that nowhere.
the palm of your hand, as long as you're on Wi-Fi. Previously known as Project Q, Portal uses the PS5's Remote Play feature to stream games from your console. Importantly, the Portal also offers all of the features and ergonomics of the PS5's excellent DualSense controller.
Bro, you could have got me if you just re-released the PSP. You could have got
Haptic
me.
feedback, adaptive triggers, and its touchpad.
I don't want
To be
this.
clear here, Portal isn't really doing anything inherently new. Remote Play has existed since the PS3 era, allowing you to stream games from your console to a handheld or smart.
Who the fuck would play with their controller to stream it to their phone when your controller is bigger than your phone?
Smartphones, tablets, PCs, and Macs. That said, Remote Play has never really been an ideal experience. You're either compromising on visual quality, control setup, ergonomics, or
This is literally a phone in between. Is that actually this is a fucking... Okay, I didn't even know they could do that. When did the Switch let you do this?
some combination of the above. You can make it
Oh no, that was the PlayStation. So why the fuck would I get a Portal if I could...
work, but it's not super convenient. So the goal of PlayStation Portal is to eliminate all of those pain points and make Remote Play as easy as just picking it up and playing. The Portal can do something that other Remote Play devices can't, which is wake up your PS5 just by turning it on, so it's ready to
My controller can do that.
go. Its design essentially takes a standard DualSense controller, chops it in half, and then slaps those two controller grips to the side of an 8-inch 1080p LCD display.
8
It's
inches.
definitely a little weird when you're used to the more singular-looking designs of current handhelds like the Nintendo Switch and Valve.
So all you niggas that be lying about your meat can finally have an accurate test to portray your shit against. And if you're not standing up to the standards of the Portal, then you know it's cap. So you can stop telling girls that you this when you not, and then they get confused. And I'm just
Steam
saying,
Deck, but it's also lighter
he
than
confirmed it's 8 inches.
either of those, while still giving you both a large screen and full-size controls. The DualSense grips feel exactly like a regular DualSense controller, and all of their best features are available here. Trying it out with Astro's Playroom, I could feel the haptic showcase just as well as when I experienced it on a DualSense, and the Portal's adaptive triggers simulate the pull of Aloy's bow in Horizon Forbidden West in exactly the same way.
Okay.
Even the DualSense's touchpad is available, though instead of the single center pad, there are two touch areas that pop up in the bottom left and right of
Bro, but let's answer the real fucking questions. How much battery life?
the display where you touch it. There's a USB-C port for charging, a 3.5mm jack for wired headphones,
That's what I was about
and a
to...
small pair of speaker grills if you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
wireless
okay,
headphones.
yeah.
Connectivity-wise, it supports Wi-Fi and PlayStation Link. More on that in a minute. But it does not have Bluetooth. On the visual quality front, the PlayStation Portal delivers. The 8-inch 60Hz LCD display succeeds at translating PS5 quality visuals into a handheld format. Colors look bright and vibrant, though Sony hasn't given me any brightness, color gamut, or HDR specs beyond that it's just an LCD panel. And the 1080p resolution offers a nice pixel density for the screen size. Now, does it look as good as playing on a 65-inch OLED TV? Of course not. But as far as handhelds go, the 8-inch screen feels expansive.
I haven't
Video,
heard nothing.
of course, is being streamed from your PS5 rather than run locally on the device. And the proverbial sword of Damocles hanging over all game streaming devices is always latency. That is, the slight delay between when you push a button and when the action on the screen responds. During my demo, I didn't experience any noticeable latency. Of course, this was a private demo under ideal conditions, so that experience could change depending on your personal Wi-Fi setup. You don't actually have to be in the same room or even on the same local network as your PS5 in order to stream your games. So long as both your home connection and the one at the location where you're playing are both strong, it will still work. Whether you're in the same room or on the other side of the world, your home PS5 is...
Does this have a storage thing in it? Is there like an ability to play offline? Like if I'm, say a kid is traveling in the back seat and y'all going from Detroit to fucking Chicago and you need something to play for the whole car ride? Like, is there something that you can do?
Is on.
Or is this useless to niggas without internet?
And running your game, beaming it directly to you, as opposed to cloud gaming where the game you're playing is being run on some remote server. Of course, this means that you need a PS5 in order to use PlayStation Portal.
Oh my
God. It
God.
also means that not only is your account and progress and trophies all there, but actually your actual PS5 home screen.
Why the fuck would I buy this if I have a PS5?
You can swap between games or even run any other PS5 app, just as if you were playing directly on the TV. To be clear, the Portal doesn't run anything locally, not even
Oh my fucking God. Can you take a selfie with this bitch?
Basic apps. So if your Wi-Fi goes down, or if somebody else wants to
look, this nigga's voice is cracking because he knows this bullshit.
Use your PS5, it is not going to work. Remember, there is no Bluetooth available, so you won't...
Yo, this shit got nothing. They're literally telling you not to buy this.
Connect to wireless headphones that way. Not even PlayStation's own Pulse 3D headset. It does have something called PlayStation Link, which is Sony's new connectivity standard for PlayStation devices, and which is built into some of its brand new hardware. I got to test out the new Pulse Elite headset and Pulse Explorer wireless earbuds,
which you can't fucking use with the device because there's no Bluetooth,
which are currently the only announced headsets that use the new standard. But Sony did tell me that PlayStation Link will be available for third-party headset makers to use in their future products, but that'll be a ways off. It is a bit disappointing that we'll have to buy brand new headsets to use with the Portal, since that'll...
Wait, is this with the Portal? Is that what he's saying?
...add to the cost.
Nuts and bolts.
Battery life is another big question mark.
Oh my God.
Portal's battery size hasn't yet been finalized, so Sony wasn't willing to make any estimations for how long you'll be able to play on
8-inch screen, decent display. I'm betting maybe 3 hours, depending on the game you playing. You play Final Fantasy, you play the Bahamut boss fight during Final Fantasy 16 on some shit, you getting like an hour and 15 minutes max.
Untethered. Without a power-hungry processor inside, you'd think that the Portal should have significantly more longevity than something like the Switch or the Steam Deck. On the other hand, the standard DualSense is...
Oh, and there's no fans. No, there has to be a fan. That's insane.
For its fleeting lifespan between charges. And that doesn't have a screen to power.
That's insane.
We'll be sure to test that out once we have the...
No, there might be a... I don't actually see a fan. There might be 2 vents, like maybe right there. Maybe.
PlayStation Portal in for review.
This is bad. This is bad. Yes, it might be.
The last question I know a lot of people are wondering is, who exactly is this device for? It's $200 for a remote access window into your PS5. And at that price, honestly, I kind of get it.
What do you get? Just get a fucking remote. You have a remote. It's your controller.
For the times when somebody else wants to use the TV, or maybe you have small kids in the home and you don't want to put God of War on the big screen, or maybe you just want to be able to play in a different room without buying another full-on TV.
This is the most rich shit I've ever heard of in my life. This is what I thought about. Like, I swear to the developers and like whoever's really like coming up with these ideas for Sony has to be like a 7-year-old, because this is the idea I would have had when I was a kid. Completely. Like, why don't you just get my cousin a TV and then you get him a PS3 or PS2, and then I have my own PS2 and my own TV in the same fucking room, and then we can play the same games together. No, nigga, just learn how to take turns. This is so fucking stupid. Who actually endorsed this? Who said that this was a good idea?
It's like buying a fucking Apple Watch.
Yeah, but at least with an Apple Watch, you get to like walk away and there's some connectivity / functionality like with your phone. I can't justify anything with an Apple Watch. I can't. Like literally there's no point. But at least you can do something with an Apple Watch. I don't know what you can do because fuck that shit too. But at least you can do something. They're literally telling you in the ad, there's no fans, no memory storage. You probably won't need memory storage anyway because there's nothing that you can do locally. You need Wi-Fi for it to even work. It's basically a remote for your PS5. If you thought about taking a road trip, we don't even know the battery life. We're not going to say. We don't know what games are compatible with the device because I don't know. They're saying that everything's cool, but everything might not be cool. The screen might not be like one of those light reflector type shits. Like you might have to fuck up. Like everything might be fucked. Everything might be fucked. They got custom wireless headphones, track daily movements. What you mean? Oh, Apple Watch, you can track your heart rate and track daily movements. What you mean? You can do the same shit off your phone. Maybe not your heart rate. I don't think you can track your heart rate on your phone, but you can track like how many steps you've taken, which is decent enough. If you want to see what your heart rate is, put your fucking hand on your chest and count. Fucking lazy asshole.
In that scenario, the Portal offers a compelling use case. And while it's not quite as portable for on-the-go gaming as a Switch or a Steam Deck, it's less expensive, and it does let you keep playing your PS5 while out of the house, so long as your destination has decent internet.
No, this is so crazy.
You just probably shouldn't...
You're not going to have decent internet when you leave, so you're going to have to buy a hotspot. You got to buy a Wi-Fi box.
count on hotel Wi-Fi
This
being
some
strong enough
bullshit.
to handle the connection.
But Sean, are you going to play the new Cyberpunk DLC next month?
Absolutely not. I haven't even finished playing the Cyberpunk game because it was so buggy when I first tried to play it. And like the inner old man inside me is too stubborn to even return to the game to try to see if it was fixed or not. So I'm gonna just say fuck it. I don't want to play it. And I was really actually getting into the story after a certain point, but then I couldn't take the glitches.
Let us know what you think about the PlayStation Portal. Is it something you could see yourself buying for $200?
No.
Or are you happy to stick with pairing a DualSense to your phone when you're out of arm's reach of your PS5?
Realistically speaking, I'm not a child, so I wouldn't be thinking about playing a video game while I'm in the car. But if I'm on a road trip and I'm in the back seat and it's not like me driving or nothing like that, yeah, I probably would. Nah, I'd be more apt to watch a movie, but then niggas be loud. But then I got headphones that I could blast too. I don't know, bro.
They're doing this instead of releasing games on the fucking PS5.
Bro, this voice, I was so mad when it says certain words. And I agree with you. People only buy Apple Watches because of the name. If Apple made socks, everyone would buy them because of the big name. I think a huge portion of it is that, and I think another portion of it is like, I might as well because this one, like I felt that way to a certain degree when I was getting like the earlier iPhones. I'm like, oh, well, what? There's an iPad? Well, you mean it does all the exact same shit my phone does, but bigger? Sign me up. You probably could have got me with an Apple Watch if I was like 13. You might have been able to get me.